So this is the diagram you can see over here. This is for formal communication, formal organizational communication. And I have also shown you in the last lecture that how this organizational communication network works. We have president on the top, vice president, and then managers, and then workers, and then executives. So this is how it flows down. So you can see that there are three types of communication. Upward, which shows the arrow upward, where the information is flowing from down, from the down level, from workers and from executives to the upper level, that means to the president. Here in downward communication, where the arrow shows the down direction, it shows that when the president has to give some orders or instructions or directives, then this downward flow of communication works. So here the order flows downwards, and in upward communication, the information which is meant to be for executives, when they have to seek permission and they have to ask for some money or some other grants, then they have to inform it to the president. So this is how the information is flowing upward. So upward and downward. Now we also have the horizontal communication, which you can see that the arrows are flowing on both the directions. That means that when there are 4 or 5 departments in one organization, as I have told you earlier in the previous lectures also, that every organization has got many departments like accounts office, finance office, sales department, production department, and so on. So when there is a coordination between all these departments at the same level means all the managers like sales manager, accounts manager, and production manager, they are talking with each other, they are communicating with each other, then it is known as the horizontal communication. So these are the 3 broad type of communication channels which is shown here, and we will be dealing with it in detail. So this is upward, where the information is flowing to the people who are on the top authority, and instructions and directives and orders which are flown from top to bottom. And then there is a coordination between the various departments at the same level of people, and that is what is known as horizontal communication. So I hope this diagram makes the things clear. We will try to go into the details. So there are 4 types of communication flow. 4 types means I have already told you 3 types: upward, downward, horizontal, and there is a diagonal communication also, which we would be doing it later on. So this is the type of communication network which we have discussed in the earlier class also, that how when the CEO or the president is sitting on the top, then under him there are various managers who are working in different departments. This is the account department, operational, and sales department. So these 3 departments are shown over here, and you can see that all managers are taking care of these departments. Okay, so it could be vice presidents, and then under them there could be managers. And then when you go down at a down level, you can see that there are some executives, workers, and receptionists, and all those clerks and so on. So they are working at the down level. So we have president on the top, vice presidents working under them, managers working under vice presidents, executives working under managers, and then workers working under executives. So this is how the organization network is generally, and it is common for all sectors, like private sector or public sector or any kind of small scale industries or any kind of small organizations or institutions. This is the type of the organization network which is generally followed everywhere. Okay, it is called as hierarchy because there is a hierarchy. Hierarchy means a chain of command where you have to follow the orders from the top. So this type of hierarchy is maintained in private sectors also, and in public sectors also, or even in other institutions and organizations. So this is a common type of communication flow in any organization. So first we will start with the downward flow of communication. As we have seen in the above diagram, that when people are sitting at the top, that means higher authorities are at the top level, so they have to give the orders, directives, and some kind of instructions to the people at the lower level so that they can work accordingly. Okay, so there is a directive which is being set, or maybe there is a kind of a At the top, there is some kind of planning which is to be discussed with the lower level. So now they have made the plans, they have made the decisions, and that decisions has to be executed. And for that execution of those decisions, they need people at the lower level to work on it. So this is why the authorities who are sitting at the top, they will be giving directions to the lower level, and that is how the working in the company organization would do. So we will first see the definition of this. The information is flowing from higher level to lower level in an organization. I have just highlighted the main points over here. So information is flowing from higher level to a lower level. It can be in the form of orders, objectives, strategies, policies, procedures, instructions, and so on. Okay. So this is a formal process of relaying information which contains a chain of command. That means that you have to follow the orders which are given from the above. So this is how the chain of command is maintained and hierarchy is maintained in such type of institutions. Now the second point which I have highlighted is that supervisors ordering to the subordinates. That means only the supervisors can order the subordinates. You cannot have the subordinates ordering supervisors. So it is not the other way around. So the downward communication means that higher level information from higher level is going down, and then supervisors are ordering to subordinates. Now, what are these information? So the type of information, I have already told you that it could be some objectives, orders, policies, and instructions, and so on. So they can use the medium which is used in communication here are, it could be done through speeches. That means they organize a conference or in a conference hall, and they give through speeches, they try to give the orders and instructions. So that could be one way. There could be meetings where in a conference hall or in a hall, there is a meeting for the authorities, that all the managers are being called in that meeting, and you orally try to explain that what your directives are and what your orders are. It could be also documented. So such type of orders are generally circulated through circulars and documents. So notices and emails are there to circulate such type of information to all the employees. Now, what is the objective? So every aspect has got advantages and disadvantages. So we would also see the advantages and disadvantages of the downward flow of communication. So first of all, the main motive of communication is that you have to exchange the information to the other person. Communication का मतलब जो हमने सबसे शुरू में आपको लेक्चर में बताया था कि the definition of communication is that whatever information you have to share it to the other person. The expression of ideas and the expression of information is what is communication. So same it is here, that when you are communicating from higher level to lower level, the information should be provided to the employees, and the main motive is to get the job done. Okay, so this is the main motive. We can also highlight it, that the main motive of downward communication is to get the job done. Then we have some orders, instructions for the employees. कि हर employees को आपको बताना है कि आपको काम किस तरह से करना है. What are the things which are needed? How you have to collect the data? How you have to collect the information? How you have to project the data or get the presentations done? So this is what is being ordered and instructed from people at the high level to the lower level. Why these orders and instructions are necessary? Because then the work would be more efficient and it would be accurate. So it means that the documents which are being created, the data which is being created, it has some accuracy and efficiency. If there is a check from above, तो ऊपर से अगर orders आ रहे हैं और check है, तो efficacy, efficiency और accuracy हो जाती है. To motivate employees to meet the expectations and the target of the company. Now at the higher authorities, they all try to make some decisions. They take some kind of decisions. That decisions and policies, they make some policies. They also have some kind of strategies. So these strategies and policies which they make, that is what is the target of the company. कि हमारे company की growth के लिए हमें क्या-क्या काम करना है. So these are the decisions they have made at the top authority level. So now you have to motivate employees to work for your target. Your target is mainly for the growth of the company, and you have to make employees work for the growth of the company. So that is why it is necessary that the order should be coming from the top, because they have made the decisions, they have set a plan or a schedule for the growth of the company, and they have to share that plan and have to motivate employees to meet that target of the company. Okay, so this is why downward flow is necessary. To maintain the ethical standards of good quality work, so when there is a chain of command or when there is a hierarchy which is maintained, so then there is a check. Like the people at the top level, they are continuously checking the working of the lower level. So if there is a continuous check, if somebody is at the top and they are checking what your progress is, so you will maintain a ethical standard of the company. So that means good quality work is being done. Okay, so this is how to maintain the ethical standards of the company. To maintain the hierarchy of the company, तो इस तरह से हायरार्की भी मेंटेन होती है, क्योंकि आप कमांड जो है वो ऊपर से ले रहे हैं और उन्हीं को रिपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. सो यू आर रिपोर्टिंग टू द पर्सन हु इज राइट एट द टॉप और हु इज योर बॉस, एंड ही इज ऑर्डरिंग यू एंड यू आर गिविंग द वर्क which is done. So this is how a hierarchy of the company is maintained, and policies and practices can be maintained by the employees, by all the employees. So you can check that means that the boss who is sitting at the top, they check, they assess your progress, they check your workings, they appreciate what you have done, and also encourage by giving you promotions. So encourage the performance of the employees. तो जो hierarchy है, जो एक pyramid है, वहाँ पर the people who are sitting at the top, so they are continuously checking what you have done, they are assessing whether you have done the correct work in a proper way, and then they appreciate and encourage by giving you promotions. So this is how you employees at the lower level, they also try to reach at the higher level. So this is why the downward flow of communication is necessary, and it is being encouraged, or these are the advantages that why one should have a downward flow of communication. There are limitations also. That means there is a delay in information. Now let me explain you that how it could be delayed. That when there is an order which is coming from the top authority, अगर आपका जो CEO है वो order दे रहा है, so it will come to the vice presidents, then it will come to the managers, and then it will come to the workers. So there is delay in information. That means one page or one document which has been passed from the president will go to the various vice presidents. They will try to read it, analyze it, and then they will have a meeting of the managers, and they will try to discuss what are the pros and cons, and how would they contribute, and how would they distribute the work among the managers. And the managers then will call the meetings for the executives, and they try to discuss the same thing with them, and executives will then ask the workers to work accordingly. So you can see that there is a various at various level there is a check. So when there is a check, there is delay in information. तो जो information जो top authority में जैसे CEO ने अगर आज के दिन जो निकाली information, that might reach to the workers around like a month or so, because there is lot of paperwork, documentation, distribution, and all those things have to be done. For that, lot of meeting has to be created. So it takes time. So the information is delayed. Why it is delayed? Because of hierarchical levels, that every level people are trying to assess, contribute, and distribute the work accordingly. And lot of paperwork is done for authenticity. So lot of documents, paperwork, file work is done, and that is why there is a delay in information. Distortion of message. Distortion matlab ki the message could be break into many parts. It could be edited. So at a various level, we have seen vice presidents, managers, executives, they are conducting meeting, they are editing something, they are adding something according to their need. So the original information which passed from the top authority, when it reaches to the workers, only a limited information is given to the worker. So that means that the message has been distorted. It has been broken into various parts. And by the time it reaches to the worker, only a limited information which is necessary for that worker is given, and not the other information. So distortion of message, it is also due to hierarchical levels and lot of paperwork. Overloading of messages due to downward flow. So you have a continuous flow from the top. That means जो top की authority है, they are continuously giving you directions, instructions, they are putting up new strategies, they are coming up with new objectives, and they are overloading you. That means they are overloading the managers and the executive with a lot of information, objectives, strategies, schedules, directives, instructions, and everything is being coming to the managers and the executives. So now the executives, for the executive, it is very difficult for them, because so many things are coming from every direction. It is difficult for them to work. Okay, so that is why there are a lot of executives, lot of managers, but only few vice presidents and presidents. So it is because when there is a lot of work, they can distribute it to various people. So overloading of message is done. That means कि उनके desk पर इतनी फाइलें इकट्ठी हो जाती हैं, and they are not able to work in one day, so it keeps on pending. And when it is a necessity, जैसे कि president ने कुछ बोला कि अब हमको ये वाली फाइल पे बताइए क्या हुआ, तो you just pull out that file from somewhere in the bottom and try to work on it, because it is an emergency and you have to deliver the information. So rest of the files are still stacked over there. So that is how overloading of messages can be seen in the downward flow, because various types of communication is flowing from the top authorities, and by the time it reaches to the executives, it is very difficult for them to work on all the files together. So there is pending work and there are overloading of message. Sometimes incomplete information stops the flow of communication. So sometimes if the paperwork is not completed, if there are lack of documents, or if the information is not very clear, or maybe the communication is, the writing message, the writing skill of that document is not very clear. So the managers and executives don't know what has to be done with this message. Okay, so there is this incomplete information also stops the flow of communication. So this is what is the downward flow of communication, where the communication is coming from the top and it is being met by all the people who are working downward, and there are some advantages and disadvantages which we have discussed. We come to the upward flow of communication. तो हमने आपको arrow बताया था कि when the communication is flowing upward, then that means that the information is there with the lower level of people, and they want to give that information to the higher authority. That is what is the upward flow. So we will see the definition here. The information travels from lower levels to higher levels. The subordinates pass the information to the supervisors. Okay. Now, what are these information? It could be the requests कि किसी को leave चाहिए है, या किसी को loan चाहिए है, या पैसा चाहिए है, grants चाहिए है अपने department में काम करने के लिए, तो they can request. Estimations चाहिए हैं, complaints, if there are some complaint, like if the machine is not working, if they do not have proper space to work for, if there are no labs, or some instruments are missing from the labs or from the production department or from the machines, then these are the complaints. Okay. Then proposals, if you come up with new ideas and you have got some innovative idea that how you can have more efficiency in these machines, or you have more efficiency with the design, or you have got some latest design work. So these are the new proposals or the innovative proposals which you want to discuss with the higher authority, so that you can work accordingly with better efficiency. So requests, estimations, proposals, complaints, and so on. So these are the information which is passed to the from the subordinate to the supervisors. So the supervisors need to know about these things so that they can work for the betterment of the company, for the growth of the company. So there are some objectives. What are the objectives of upward communication? To receive information for better productivity and growth. So this we have already discussed. If you have good innovative ideas, if you have good proposals to deal with, you can give that information to the seniors, and they will listen, because they want a better productivity and growth. तो अगर आपके पास उस मशीन जिस पे आप काम कर रहे हैं उसके लिए ज़्यादा अच्छा आइडिया है कि अगर आप उसमें एक पुली लगा दें तो उसका प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा होने लगे, या उसमें आप कोई एक ऐसी चीज़ उसमें लगा दें जिससे प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा होने लगे, तो आप ये इन्फॉर्मेशन जब आप इन्फॉर्मेशन सीनियर्स को देते हैं, सो दे विल ट्राई टू वर्क ऑन दैट, एंड इट विल बी फॉर द बेटरमेंट ऑफ प्रोडक्टिविटी एंड ग्रोथ ऑफ द कंपनी. To get views about daily problems, तो क्या क्या complaints आ रही हैं, क्या estimations हैं, क्या requests हैं, तो ये आपके views हैं जो daily problems को create कर रहे हैं, और you want to discuss your daily problems with the seniors so that it can be solved and you can work smoothly. So to encourage new schemes and programs, so if you have come up with new idea of working, if you have some more better ways or better innovative updates that the market needs this thing, these updates are there from the market, so you can always discuss it with the seniors, and new schemes and programs can be encouraged. To set up a less dominating structure, so if people are giving information from lower level to the higher level, so that means that they are less dominating. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ orders ऊपर से ही आ रहे हैं, even the information from the below is also reaching to the top, so that means that the system is less dominating. If you have any problem, you can also discuss, and if the seniors are giving the orders, then you are there to follow. So this is how there is less dominating structure. To develop a sense of participation. So when the juniors come up with some idea, they get encouragement and they think that they are also part of the organization. Otherwise, they are only following the orders and the directives from the above. Then they do not feel as if there is a sense of participation in them. So it is necessary to develop a sense of participation when the people at the lower level are also coming up with the ideas and the senior people are listening to those ideas and implementing it. So limitations of the upward communication, these are some of the disadvantages. Disadvantages is same, delay and distortion of message. So even when the information is passing from the lower level to the higher level, there is again a delay because it is being checked and assessed at various levels. तो अगर workers लोगों को कोई problem है, उन्होंने अपने executives से कहा, executives ने managers ने vice president से discuss किया. So this is how the messages are delayed and it is distorted due to lot of documentation and paperwork, and people are also judging it at every level, accessing it every level, so that is why it is delayed. Poor listening for juniors by seniors. So generally seniors do not listen to the new programs or the innovative ideas of the juniors because they think that if they come up with new ideas, then there will be more competition with them. तो अगर आप पे कोई जूनियर है जिसके पास ज़्यादा अच्छा आइडिया है और अगर वो आइडिया लेके वाइस प्रेसिडेंट के पास जाता है तो उसके चांसेस हैं कि वो प्रमोट हो जाएगा जल्दी एंड ही विल कम एट योर लेवल. So that is why there is a strict competition between juniors and seniors. They don't want juniors to come up. Well, this is a wrong attitude, but these are the limitations which we are talking about. Risk of losing jobs. Sometimes juniors don't want to discuss things with the seniors because they think that it will give a bad impression and the senior might be upset about it, so they might lose their job. So the facts, the real facts are sometimes concealed or hidden by the juniors. तो juniors generally complain नहीं करते हैं, even complain करने वाली चीजें हैं वो भी नहीं बताते हैं क्योंकि उनको लगता है कि seniors लोग नाराज हो जाएंगे और उनकी job चली जाएगी. तो जो भी complaints हैं या जो request हैं वो फिर वो नहीं हो पाती है and that is why it remain hidden. Juniors are often involved in the flattery of seniors. तो generally फ्लैटरी मतलब कि आप चमचागिरी करते हैं सीनियर्स से, तो जनरली सीनियर्स लोग खुश रहते हैं उन लोगों से और जो भी वो कहते हैं सीनियर्स जो भी ऑर्डर्स दे रहे हैं आप उनके हाँ में हाँ मिला के और बोलते हैं कि या इट इज वेरी गुड, इट इज वेरी नाइस, यस सर वी विल डू इट. सो दिस इज हाउ जूनियर्स आर ऑफन गॉट इनटू फ्लैटरी फॉर सीनियर्स एंड दे डू नॉट रिलेट द ट्रू फैक्ट्स. तो अगर कोई आइडिया जो सीनियर से आया है वो नहीं है प्रॉपर, तब भी आप उसको डिस्कस नहीं करते हैं, बल्कि आप कहते हैं कि वो सही है. इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द फ्लैटरी और बिकॉज ऑफ दैट विच इज कॉल्ड एज चमचगिरी इन हिंदी. सो इट डज नॉट रिलेट द ट्रू फैक्ट्स of juniors. So this is how the juniors generally don't try to give some new schemes to the seniors. So this is the diagram of the upward communication where the arrow is showing upward. That means that the communication or the information from the workers, it goes to the supervisor or executives, and from executives it reaches to the manager, and the manager, from manager it reaches to from assistant manager it reaches to general manager, and from there it reaches to vice presidents, presidents, CEOs, and so on. So this is the upward communication. We have seen what are the advantages. The advantages is that there is it is a less dominating structure. People have more encouragement about new schemes, and then their daily problems can be solved and information is given for better productivity. So this is what is the upward communication. Now we come to the third type of channel of communication, which is horizontal. So horizontal is when you can see in this arrow, in this diagram, that it is from one department to the other department. That means vice president production when he talks to the vice president sales, or vice president sales when talks to the vice president accounts or finance. Then this is how the horizontal communication is done. It means that uh, the the communication is done between different departments. It is at the same level. That means vice president here is also talking to vice president of the other department. Now we have the production department has got like two managers, or there could be many managers. So when these production managers are dealing with product with sales managers, then also it becomes horizontal communication. So all the managers are communicating with each other. So this is what is horizontal communication. So let us see the definition here. It is done with the same level of people to exchange messages. So same level of people exchange message, that means vice president to vice president, manager to manager, executives to executives, and so on. This type of communication is especially done in teams. So there are teams of vice president which are working together. There are teams of managers which are working together. The advantage here is that since they all are at the same level, so there is less competition and they can work together. We can see the advantages here. It coordinates the interdepartmental activities. That means there are 2-3 departments, and interdepartmental activities are also encouraged. That means people from production, they can always say that if the production is high, how the sales should be increased, so that if they are increasing the production, the sales has to be increased for better profit. So then for better profit, they are also connecting to the finance department. So this is how they are coordinating with each other. It helps in socializing people. That means people at the same level, when they all talk to each other, it is like same type of thinking, same type of status is there. So it helps in socializing with each other, and there is a sense of belonging in the organizations. It is not always that you are giving orders or you are only following the orders, but when you are talking to each other with peers, that means at the same level of people, then it also helps in socializing. Each department or unit work on its own growth. So every department is working for their own growth, but since it is an interdepartmental activity, one department's growth will also affect the other department's growth. So that is how you can work for the growth of the organization. It provides a sense of healthy competition among peers. So when all the managers are working together as a team, so that means that they have got healthy competition also. That one manager gets the proposal or he gets an idea. So the other manager will also think that I should also come up with some new idea because he has got this idea and he might get promoted because of his idea. So he will also work accordingly. So that is why a sense of healthy competition is there. Every department adds to the development of the organization. Then we have limitations. That sometimes same level of people get more friendly and they can form a union in an organization. तो किसी कंपनी या इंडस्ट्री में आप देखते हैं कभी कभी यूनियन बन जाती है which always goes against the authorities. So these are the same level of people at the lower level where they come up with their demands, with their requests and with their complaints so much that they form a union because they are of the same level working together. So they form generally a union. So the wisdom of the managers at the top should also be there, that how they can avoid such type of forming a union. Misunderstandings can develop because no control from the hierarchy. So now they are all at the same level working together, so there's no hierarchy, so nobody will listen to the other person because everybody is working at the same level. So there is no hierarchy, so there could be some misunderstanding. Negativity and insecurity for promotions. So if you think that the other person might be promoted due to working hard, or maybe he must have he is either having some connections or what, so you will try to develop insecurity and negativity towards that person, which is not correct. So again, a limitation is there. So too many departmental activity hinders the work. So अगर बहुत ज़्यादा एक से लोग एक ही लेवल के लोग बहुत ज़्यादा अगर मिलने लगते हैं तो उसमें काम कम होता है और बातें इस तरह की चीजें डिपार्टमेंटल एक्टिविटीज ज्यादा बढ़ जाती. So that is also a limitation, that if same people at the same level are working together, so they become more friendly and there is more departmental activity and the real work is hindered. Then we come to the fourth type of communication, which is diagonal. So let me explain through the diagram first. Diagonal communication is when the lower level is speaking to the higher authority of the other department. That means अगर ये सेल्स मैनेजर है और ये प्रोडक्शन मैनेजर है, तो जो सेल्स एग्जीक्यूटिव्स हैं जो नीचे लगे हुए हैं एरोस, if they are working with the production managers, if they are talking to them, then it is a diagonal communication. So there comes a time when such type of diagonal communication is also necessary, that from one department at the lower level, they might get some guidance from the people who are in the production. So when they are talking with the managers of the production, then it is a diagonal communication. So diagonal communication can be this way also, and it could be the other way also, where the arrow is going down, where the managers from production can direct the sales executives and vice versa. So this is how the diagonal communication works. So we will see first that what is the definition. It is shared within the different levels and different departments of organization. So communication or information is shared with different levels and different departments. This kind of communication happens in cross-functional teams or multidisciplinary jobs. तो जहाँ पर multidisciplinary jobs होते हैं, बहुत सारे departments हैं, उन सबको एक साथ काम करना है, cross-functional teams हैं, जैसे कि production team और sales team मिलके काम कर रहे हैं. So all these cross-functional teams also have such type of communication. So it is known as diagonal communication. And it is basically useful for digital communication. That means sharing through emails and other presentations. So that is why diagonal communications are more necessary from one department to other department. Now objectives, it is faster. Now if you see the diagram here, you can judge that it is faster. Why? Because when the people at the sales executive, when they are talking to the managers of the production department, so instead of going to their manager and then their manager talking to the production manager, it will take a longer time. So instead of sharing the documents from upward communication, if they directly go to the diagonal communication, the communication is faster. So it is fast. It can be directly communicated to the counterpart without tempering or filtering. So when there is a check at the upper level, there is always a filter of the information, and there is tempering of information. So in diagonal, there is no tempering and no filtering. Less workload for seniors. So seniors के पास फिर कम वर्कलोड हो गया, क्योंकि ये डायरेक्टली दूसरे सीनियर के पास पहुंच रहे हैं. तो जो इमीडिएट सीनियर है उनका थोड़ा काम बचा. So there is less workload. It is useful for digital communication by sharing links of information, so that we have already discussed. Then limitations, it mostly acts as a grapevine communication. Grapevine में हमने आपको क्या बताया था कि the rumors and then gossips and everything is being shared from everywhere. That means all the departments are sharing each other the gossips from each other departments. So this is how this grapevine communication is more possible in diagonal communication. Then wrong messages can be going there because there is no check. In the upward communication, there is a check. But when you are going to the diagonal, the executives are directly going to the seniors of the other department. So there is no check. So wrong messages can go, rumors can be circulated without filtering because there is no filter. And no one takes the responsibility because of no authority's involvement. So there is no authority who is involved in the sales department. So the production manager, if he is getting some messages from the sales department at the lower level, then there is no response, no one is taking the responsibility. So this is also the limitation of diagonal. So we have seen here that in communication, especially in organizational and formal communication, there are 4 types of communication. First is upward, which is to the supervisor. So from downward, from subordinates, it is going to the supervisor. From diagonally, that means it is diagonal, where from one department to the other department, it is being diagonally connected. Laterally, that means it is lateral, and all the people at the same level of post, they are communicating with each other. There is another chart here, which will explain you much better. where you can see that the downward communication is through purple lines. So president is giving information to manager, manager is giving to supervisor, and supervisor to staff, and so on. Upward is seen through yellow lines, where staff is giving information to supervisor, and then supervisor gives information to manager and to the president, and so on. Horizontal communication, where it is shown through red lines, and you can see that people at the same level, that means they are the peers. Peers are those colleagues which are at the same level. When the two people of the same level are communicating with each other, it is the horizontal communication. And diagonal communication is when one department's executives or staff is talking to the other department person. Okay, it is not shown here, but you can always add with some of the arrows where this says staff is talking to the operational manager. So that is how the diagonal communication can be shown. So I hope it is clear that there are 4 communications we have discussed, and the first one was downward communication, where instructions, directives, and orders are being followed from top to bottom. So it is more of hierarchy, more of command, which is given from top to bottom. Information at the lower level with requests and complaints and so on, it goes to the upper authority. So it is upward communication. And if there is a coordination between two various departments, it becomes horizontal communication. And if the diagonal communication means when two departments are talking to each other without taking any responsibility of the upper authority, then it becomes diagonal. If you have any questions regarding this, please ask. So I hope everything is clear. So if any of you have got any questions, you can ask now, or maybe you can ask later on through WhatsApp group. So I will just take the attendance and then you can leave.